So welcome back everyone to my channel with myself, David Millionaire Incorporated. And on weekends, I like to go through and review the trading week for the Forex pair, pound yen. I like to do this every Saturday afternoon here in Australia. So kind of like Friday afternoon if you're in the States, just to see what the week actually did, where we would have gone right from our predictions from last week, and just seeing how the price actually trended and played out to see where we could have actually taken some profitable trades. Now, if it's your first time here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you can keep up with all my latest videos. I like to go into topics of personal finance, wealth creation, and just other areas which can help you be more successful in life. If you're a returning viewer, thanks again, guys, for the support. Really appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying these review videos I do every weekend. If you watched last weekend's, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you actually followed what I was actually putting out there and predicting for the week ahead. So I'll get started. I'll get stuck straight into it straight away. So we've seen potentially that correction move start. Now, if you're watching my video last week, I'll actually drop this down to the 1 hour again. I was saying that I'm kind of waiting for the price to kind of go higher before moving lower. So I'll just quickly draw it in. So that's where price ended, just here. So I was expecting price to kind of come back up here initially before dropping down. Now, it kind of did that, but not entirely. So I'll just delete that. It did actually come up to this area here and test this area, which I actually drew in at the end of the last video. So if you want to go back and watch that, I'll leave a link down below to so you can check it. Before it actually, and before that, so it came up, tested area before it actually moved lower. And in the end of last week's video, I actually even drew like a bit of a small support or resistance area just here. And as you can see, the candle actually opened bang on that area, moved higher, tested that area just here before moving lower. And if you've been following for a while now, I've been saying that overall this pair has been in an uptrend. As you can see, it's quite a bullish momentum move there. Drop back down to the 4 hour. And I kind of said I drew this trend line in just so you can see that the price is actually following that trend line quite nicely. And now we've actually finally broken it. So it's going to be an interesting week moving forward, but let's just review what this actual trading week did before I actually jump into the my predictions for next week. So, as I said, last week, or at the start of the week, it opened right on that little zone there, came up and tested this area just here at the 152 kind of 8 area before moving lower a bit and coming back and testing that area just there. So I actually took a short position from this area just here, just about there somewhere. I can't remember. I'll drop it down to the 30-minute there so you can actually see a bit more clearly. Yeah, literally right there where it came up, exhausted, kept exhausting before moving lower. And if you're a regular viewer, you know I like to use a 40 pip stop loss for my trades with pound yen because it is at times quite a volatile pair to trade, and it can move quite wildly. And as always, I like to try and have at least a 2-to-1 risk-reward ratio. So as you can see, it pretty much hit that to a T. Now, I probably wouldn't have taken it all the way down. I probably would have taken it just to this area just here. That would have been a much kind of safer area to take it to. And that would have given you a 1.8 risk-reward ratio, which is quite reasonable for that trade. And in doing that move, it actually did break that trend line, which I was talking to you about a little bit earlier. And after it tested this area here, it finally came back up as well. Now, you could have actually taken a small trade from that because, as always, it's going with the trend, but it wouldn't have given you that 2-to-1 risk-reward because it actually stopped, touched the trend line, and then came back lower again. In saying that, it didn't continue lower. It did kind of come back up higher again, and you could have potentially even taken another trade from this area just here. Now, it didn't actually really kind of touch this 150, 60, 150, 65 area down below here. It kind of exhausted halfway down. So I'll go back to the higher time frame to see that. Oh, sorry, I thought I hit that. So yeah, so it kind of came down, exhausted here, and then kept moving higher. And as well as that, I was waiting for this pair to kind of actually reach that 152.50 area, which, as you can see from here, it actually did. So you could have actually taken a buy position from that one, just here. And as always, 40 pip stop loss and 80 pip risk take profit. And you could have even taken it right up to this 152 area again. And I think I actually did that for that trade as well. That one was only a very small position. I only took I think a 0.01 because I was unsure of it going higher again, because you could actually see it was kind of starting to make that change it trend there. So I thought, I might actually finally have that break of structure there. So I thought finally might actually kind of test this somewhere around here, then keep going lower, but didn't quite do that. So I'll just delete that. So it came all the way up higher, hit that 150, 250 area. I think I actually missed the initial touch. I was actually working with patience at the time, but as you can see, it kind of came back down, tested this minor area here at that 152.20 area, which we've been keeping an eye on from last week as well. Same thing again, it's in my videos. Came down, tested that area, came back up, created a double top. So you can actually see that, came up, came down, came back up. Also a bit of an M pattern there. Go back down to the 30-minute time frame before moving lower. So that was actually a trade I took, which is quite a decent one. So I actually entered it just there. 40 pip stop loss as always. Always like to put it in. And 80 pip take profit. Now, I didn't actually take it all the way to 80 pips. I only just took it to the 152 area. I was still kind of unsure of what it was going to do. I thought it was going to start potentially moving higher, because obviously it is in that uptrend, and we're kind of keeping an eye on another zone at this 152.80 area up here. So I was thinking it might kind of test this area before moving higher again, and you can see it actually did kind of exhaust a little bit in this area here. So I thought, all right, it might actually do that. Not the case. It kept moving lower. And finally, it dropped all the way down to that zone I was hoping for it to kind of hit at the start of the week, which is down here. So you can see it actually finally came down to that zone. So those are actually the three trades I took this week. Had I held them properly, I would have actually made about 240 pips quite easily with that 2% risk per trade. So it would have been, what, 6R, which is 12% return, quite nicely. And yeah, so you can actually see, and I think it's finally kind of broken that market structure, which we were talking about earlier. So you can see it's broken that trend line now, created a low, higher, lower low now, because it's actually below that area just there. I'm going to actually delete these so it's a bit clearer to see. Lower low. Now, from here, what I think it might do for the next week is I'm hoping it's going to kind of come up into this area here somewhere. I think it might only reach this area just here where we did start seeing some exhaustion, in saying that it can actually move back up to that 152 area here before actually creating that correction move I've been dying for ages. It could, and who knows where it could actually move down to. It could actually move down to this area just here, or just to this area here first, where it actually made a bit of a correction from. So I'm going to actually just draw that one in just there. So I would like to see a deeper correction move over time, because as I was saying, it has been in a significant uptrend for some time. Potentially, I would like to see it come down to this area just here, but with any currency pair, you're never too sure of what it will actually do. It's all about just kind of watching the price action and making trades accordingly. So, as I said, I would like to see it kind of come. Bloody hell. Have a deeper correction move. I'll just clean this out so it's a bit easier to see again. That's one thing with charting. It can get quite messy sometimes. So either at the top of that, where we had those the tops of those 4-hour candles on just here, or if you look at that daily, it could actually come down to around here somewhere. So I'll actually draw in a horizontal ray just there at the 149.60 kind of 5 area. Let's actually drop down to the line so you can actually see it on the line chart there. So you can actually see it probably might come down to that 149.60 area. You can see high, low, high, low. Then it can actually kind of create that correction to this area here. It might create a bit of a head and shoulders kind of pattern before actually moving lower to that 149.60 area. So that's what I'm hoping for the week ahead. But as always, you never know what it's actually going to do. But there was quite a few nice trades during this week which you could have taken. Let me know what you think about what the pair might actually do yourself. If you actually got a slightly different analysis to what I do, I would love to hear from you. Create a bit of a dialogue, get a bit of a community going on. We can kind of compare notes in a way. And just a side note, completely unrelated to the topic of trading, one of my friends made a note to me the other week that I've got too many tabs open on my browser here. Does anybody else actually do that? Because I hope I'm not the only one. I kind of open up browsers, watching videos, and I don't want to kind of close them because I want to go back to them to review what the video was actually saying. I'm actually doing some analysis on some actual stocks here in Australia, and then also kind of just getting some more insight into hopefully building a bit of a better YouTube community. So anyways, hope you enjoyed that content. Again, as always, guys, don't forget, drop a like, leave me a comment if you could. That would mean a lot to me. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And I'll catch you again next weekend for another review. Cheers, guys.